Hi friends, welcome back. I hope you have tried something what we have learned in the previous tutorial. Today I would like to remind you something from the previous tutorial. In the first tutorial we have learned about the grid line settings and creation of different view along grid lines. And the second tutorial we have learned regarding the basic tools and commands using in the software. And in the end of the second tutorial we have started the modeling and some of the tools, cutting tools also we have learned in the last tutorial. Today we will learn more about the modeling and the use of different tools which we have learned in the last tutorial. So we will start directly to the modeling. Before that I would like to tell you something regarding the view properties. If you double click in the window, you can see a dialog box like this. Here you can set your view depth. Here currently you have a view depth of 500 by 500 up and down. If you change this value, you can decrease or increase this value based on the value settings. You can see the objects available in your model. Currently we didn't start any modeling, so we will not understand regarding this thing. When we start the modeling, I will tell you more about this option. And the one another option is display option. If you click this one, you can get a dialog box like this. Here you can see some of the options is there with a tick mark. It means these things, whatever items are enabled in this with the tick mark, you can see in your model in the window available in the current window. If you click here in the all button, you can see whatever objects available in your model. Currently we have only few things. If you want the previous one, then this is the default setting. So you can currently parts is there, bolts, holes, welds. These are the available things you have. Now there is no items in your model, so only we didn't start anything, so you cannot understand this thing. But it means just whatever these enabled items you can see when you start the modeling. Now if you, for example, now if I disable this grid and click modify, see in your window have nothing now. That grid is disappeared. If you click here, then click modify, then your grid will appear. I think now you understood about these options. So we will learn when we start the modeling regarding the other things. Here rendered, wireframe, hidden lines, some options. Now we will go with rendered option. Everything else we will set as a default setting. So I think this is enough for view properties. So we will go for modeling. First we will go with the column placing. Here you can see last tutorial we have learned about the column placing. Today we will start with the same thing, column. Now I am in default setting. It will come, the I section will come. You can use it. There are a lot of profiles available in our profile catalog. If you double click on the object, you can get a dialog box like this, the column properties. Here you can see so many options are there. Part, this is for giving part name, assembly name. This is when we start detailing. We will learn more about this thing. Before that we have to give numbering for identifying the object. That we will learn later. Currently we will learn only about the modeling. Here you can see the profile. Here if you click this button, you will get a dialog box like this. This is for selecting the profiles. This is a profile catalog. Here you can see currently you have 254 universal column. You see this is a UK section. Since we have taken the UK environment, you are getting this thing. If you now we have UC 254 to 254 to 73. This is the profile available in your system. You can change as per your requirement. If you go to 356, then your object will change. You can click apply apply OK, then click modify, then your column is changed. This is S275 is the material grade. This thing we don't want to do anything which is necessary, then we can give. If you want to change the color, you can set here the class 8. If you give class 8, you can see the color will change. Now the color is gray color. We'll go with the same 7. If you go with the 10, you can see the object color will change again. Now it's green. We'll go with 7. And in the second option, positioning, here you can see some of the options: vertical, rotation, horizontal. Here you can see you can set the orientation of your column. It means if you in vertical direction, if you change these 3 options, now currently it is in middle option. If you change the down and click modify, you can see it's moving downside. If you click up, it will go to upside. So we will go with middle, then it will come to the center. And the rotation, it means orientation, it will rotate 90 degree as per our requirement. See, now it's changed 90 degree. We will go with top, modify. Here if you change 45 degree, you can see the orientation is changed to 45 degree. And the horizontal direction also we can change. If you change here the left option and click modify, then it's moved to left side. If you click right side, then it will come to right side. So we will go with middle option. This is the default setting. This is the different options we have in the column properties. And after that, this is before that I want to tell you, I already made the grid line view along grid lines because I don't want to explain this. We have learned in the previous tutorial. Now we have to go to 3D option, and we don't want, we'll go with zero grid, zero elevation. We have zero elevation here. So if you click this option, you have tile vertically. You can see two options here, one plan 0 and 3D option. Here you can see your 3D. You can see we have total height of 7500, but our column length is 7450 is there. If you want to change the height, there is a lot of options there. In the last tutorial we have learned about changing height. One more option is there. If you click here, you can change the position. This -450 is the bottom, from the 0 level, -450 is downside, and from the 0 level 7000 is the upside. So we need 7500. So if you change here, then your column height will change. 79. Now from 0 level you have height of 7500. So this is the in this way also you can change the height of the column. And now we will give a footing, concrete pad footing. Here you can check, and you can give, you can point here, you can click here, and pad footing will be created. So we will copy this to all other points by selecting these two things. Copy, click right button and click copy option and copy here. Okay. Then select these two options and copy. See, all the columns have been copied to other points. Now we will go for beam placing. For that we will take the elevation, go to view list, and here we will take this option 2500 elevation. So we don't want this option, so we will for beam placing, the same way here, this tool is for column and this tool is for beam. So we will click this tool and we will start placing the beam, and double click on this tool and check the profile. Here you will have a universal beam of size 406 into 140 into 46. So we will select this option, so you can see different options here, profiles. You can take any tool, any profiles. You have a lot of profiles available. Angle profiles is there. If you go here, you can see angle profiles. See the angle profiles is there if you want. Now, currently I am going with only I sections. In the next tutorials we will learn more about different profiles. And if you come to here, European section, there is also I sections are there, and you have UPN sections are there, channels. So many options are there, so many tools are there, so many profiles are there. Here hollow sections also there. 40. See, now we will learn more about these profiles in the next tutorials. Currently we will go with I sections. So we will UB. Here is the UB. Now we have 406. We will go with little bit higher one, 229. Click apply or modify. Okay. So this is the one. So you can see here it's been placed. So we will start to other points. Click beam, and if you click a snap, if you click this snapping tool, we can model very easily. Click the direction, then it will automatically be placed here. This is a easy tool. Otherwise you have to click 2 points. Now only you have to do it. You have to click only 1 point. So the boundary beams have been placed. Now we have to do it at the center points. So all the beams at this elevation is been done. So we will column placing and beam placing is we have learned in this tutorial. I think this is very easy one. Now we have to copy these beams to the next level. We have an elevation, 3 elevations are there, 5000 and 7500. So we will go to 5000. For that one, for copying that thing, you have, if you select a grid line, grid 1, okay, Here you have to set the depth. Here you have to now currently we have only depth of 500 if because here you can see our dimension is 13,000. So if you give 500, you can select only the objects which is in this limit, 500 mm limit. So you have to give more depth. Then only you can select all the objects. Modify. Okay. Now if you select these beams, now you have another filter option here. If you select this beam option, then only when you select your model, only the beams will be selected. This is a filtering tool. This is very useful when you do big models. So now we have copied all the beams. You can see in the other window, all the beams have been copied. So we will select it. Now we will copy to the next level. Click right button, click copy. Then make perpendicular. So perpendicular. And select copy. So that copying is done. Now we can see a model like this. This is a small model. This is just for a learning purpose, how to create a column, beams and all. We will learn more regarding this column connections. We have to learn more about the connections. It's just placing. These connections we didn't done it. Then only we can say that the modeling is finished. Now we have this. There are so many clashes are there. We cannot connect a beam like this with the column. There is connecting options. Connections are there. Connecting options are there that we have learned in the last tutorial in the component catalog. If you go to component catalog, you can see. If you go to here, still detailing, you can see the beam to column connections. In plate connections, you can see. There are so many connection details are there. Orange connections are there with the beam and column. We can learn regarding these connections in the next tutorial. Today we have learned about only regarding the column placing and beam placing and this footing, concrete footing. I think now I hope you have learned how to do a modeling. This is not yet finished. We have to give the connections to each joints that we will learn in the next tutorial. Thanks.